Invitations to social media. There's a bunch of do's and don'ts when it comes to weddings. Diane Gottsman is back with some very useful etiquette advice. Welcome back to San Antonio Living. It's still wedding season, right? And I'm pretty sure at least one or two of you have attended or are going to a wedding in the coming months. And so Diane Gottsman is joining us this morning. She is our etiquette expert, and she's answering questions from you guys. These are from people here in the San Antonio area who've got questions about weddings.
That's right.
Okay, and these are some interesting ones. You know, a lot of time it's common sense, but there's some good questions here. So we'll start with this first question. It says, Diane, my granddaughter is getting married and received an email from her aunt requesting she invite 2 additional guests. Now, is that okay?
No, it's not okay. And the second part of that question was, the aunt will pay for the meal, and the aunt wants us to visit with the family members.
Yeah.
So
I haven't seen them in a while. Can you invite them to the wedding?
So no. You know, the bride and groom have to concentrate on their wedding. Aunt Tilly can visit with the additional guests at another time, and you know, she has to call Aunt Tilly and say, you know, I appreciate your request, and it's just not going to work out this time. But listen, later on, let's get together for a barbecue at your house.
Okay.
And get together.
Okay, this is one that I've heard happening quite a bit. Diane, my daughter got engaged last year. She set her wedding date for next December. 6 months later, my niece got engaged and set her wedding date before my daughter's date. Now that has got to cause some issues.
Yeah.
Was that nice of the niece? Is it okay?
Well, you know what? It's really okay. Okay. As long as it's not on the same weekend, as long as it's not interfering. This is not bridal competition.
Okay.
You know, so everybody should do what's comfortable for them, because that might be, even though they were engaged second, it doesn't mean that they have to wait for the first one to get married. That you'd be doing this if you have multiple family members getting married, you'd be waiting forever.
See, I see the other side of that though too, because the other person is like, well, what if, you know, they're not going to come to my wedding because they've already gone to so-and-so's wedding?
I know. I mean, those are all things to take in consideration.
So it's considerate, but you don't have to.
You should be polite about it, have a conversation perhaps with a family member, but the bottom line is, if they want to do it earlier, because let's say they're moving, or let's say their in-laws, you know, the future in-laws are going to be, you know, there's all kinds of different extenuating circumstances.
Okay. All right. So just be considerate, but do what you need to do. Next question. My husband and I have been invited to a destination wedding, and our kids were not included on the invitation. Am I to assume they can come to the wedding, since leaving them behind would be an obvious burden?
No. Unfortunately, you are to assume nothing. If their names were not on the invitation, that means that it's probably going to be an adult wedding. So you might call and ask, are there any accommodations for the children? Because we will be bringing the children. Do you know if it's a family-friendly resort? You know, that's hint, hint. But don't ask if the kids can come to the wedding.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. If their name is not on the invitation, then most likely they're not invited.
Exactly. Not even most likely. You know,
they are not invited.
They probably love children, but it's a adult-only wedding.
Okay. Diane, my coworker got married last year and asked me to help her with her wedding plans. I'm known as a pretty good organizer, and I was happy to do it. Now, her best friend, a very distant acquaintance of mine, is asking for the same help. Would it be rude to say no?
Well, it's a little bit rude to ask unless you're friends, and it puts that person in a difficult situation. So again, but oftentimes that's very flattering. So I think rude, I think it would be polite to say, you know, as much as I appreciate you asking for my help and I am honored, I'm just tied up. I've got so much on my plate right now. Now, if you can do it and you want to do it, you might even think about charging to do it. If you're that good, maybe it's a new profession.
Maybe I have a new job on the side. Okay, good deal. This I've heard this one before, and I've been asked not to post pictures. Diane, can I ask our guests not to post any pictures on their Facebook page unless I approve them first?
Well, you can ask your guests not to post pictures or tag you in any pictures, certainly before you post your own pictures.
Right.
But if you have 600 guests and the wedding and the reception are going on and it's 3 weeks later and you want to see every single picture that's coming in before they post it, I think it's better just to say, number one, don't post anything until I have posted first.
Sure.
And number two, you know, just common courtesy is don't don't tag anyone unless it's a really flattering picture.
Right?
Yes.
So true. That is so true. Okay, next question. We've been invited to a wedding and the bride and groom have requested no gifts. Does no gifts really mean no gifts?
No gifts means no gifts.
Really?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So if you arrive with a gift and other people have not, you make them feel uncomfortable. So if it says no gifts, they really mean no gifts. And you showing up with that gift puts everybody in an uncomfortable situation.
Okay, and then finally, this is a good one. Is it mandatory to purchase a gift off the registry? I'm an artist and would prefer to give them something more personal.
I think it would be a lovely gift if you receive something from someone that's very personal. Just make sure it works for that person.
Okay.
You know, if this artist is going to draw a big nautical theme and they're not into anything that has to do with water,
or maybe they make nude drawings. Maybe I might not want that.
They may or may not want that. I'm not sure.
You never know.
So a registry is good because it's a guide, but a personal gift is also very nice.
Okay.
It's from the heart.
All right, good deal. Diane, great information.
Nude photos,
You never know. You never know who's out there. All right, I really appreciate it. You can find Diane at the Etiquette, or the Protocol School of Texas. She is our etiquette expert. If you've got questions or you're looking for information to contact her, you can find her online, DianeGottsman.com for more.